Over the next 30 days, I'm not going to try to, but I'm going to create an AI startup that generates at least $1,000 per month right here from my room, and like maybe sometimes to touch grass in the living room. First, the problem. Lead generation, especially for agencies and freelancers, is broken. You either waste hours scraping Google Maps and Yellow Pages manually, or you pay $100 a month for bloated tools you barely use due to their lack of an ease of use. I've personally already experienced this issue with FM agency, and that's why I was like, yeah, this is a problem I'm gonna solve. And I was already creating a tool for it, but I thought, why not just also make it for the public and make it better and cheaper than the tools that already exist, and also much easier to use, by the way. Some of the CRM tools that exist are just not so beginner friendly, and especially for smaller businesses. So let's get to the solution. So let's create the master document for this while I explain, right? So master doc, and I don't know the name for it yet. That's going to be one of the tasks for today, but right now I'm just going to call it Lead Gen AI. I don't know if that already exists or not, but I guess we'll find out. And so the project, hopefully, honestly, if that's not taken, I'm using that. Build a $1,000 a month. I mean, this isn't that key, but it's a goal to achieve. AI powered lead generation. This is embarrassing, but everyone's gonna see how bad I am at typing. It's basically a SaaS product, so we'll just call it that for now. And our problem is manual lead gen is slow, expensive, and outdated. I might do this as dot points. People don't usually do it as dot points, but I'll do it as dot points. Agencies, freelancers, and also local marketers waste hours copying data from Google. No one enjoys doing that. And sorry, Google Maps, Yellow Pages, we want to know all our sources and other directories. Or they pay $100 or more monthly just for like bloated tools that they don't use properly or fully use. So I'll say don't fully use. So our solution is going to be, we're doing an SLC approach. So, and I'll explain and go into depth for that in a second. A fast AI powered or assisted lead generation tool. Features, like how it's going to work, how it's actually solving the problem. It searches for any type of business. This is going to be so raw cut, bro. I'm not bothered like doing retakes and shit. For example, dentists and cafes, whatever your target is. Filters by location, very important for a lot of businesses and people. Instantly displays usable leads, so name, address, which usually you have to like spend so much time finding these. Even if you find the website, you have to go look for these things. And offer one-click CSV export for CRM and stuff. And of course, it will use AI to enrich the data. For example, like what I mean by that is like website summaries, email suggestions, stuff like that. But that's probably not going to be like a primary feature that we're focusing on. Now, instead of building an MVP, I'm going to be doing an SLC, which means simple, lovable, and complete. I'll be explaining that in just a bit. It's going to only focus on solving the one issue completely, and people can fall in love with how fast and easy it is to use. So, SLC. simple, bruh. I'm not even gonna bother changing like the color. Simple, lovable, and complete. Simple. Simple means. Why am I writing the whole? Now, simple means no. Now, simple means no fluff. Oh, this handwriting is. That's impressive how bad it is. No fluff, which means it's just one clean use case, right? One use case. Lovable means now lovable means users actually enjoy using it, and it looks pretty and it looks modern, whatever. Just pretty UI basically. Pretty UI, and the more important part is ease of use. Now, complete means it works end to end. There's no coming soon buttons or under construction features, stuff like that. So, works. That's all it is, it works. So, there's no fluff. It solves one problem and it looks pretty, it's easy to use, and it actually solves the problem. That's all an SLC is. So, let's move on to the tech stack. It's going to be fast, lightweight, and most importantly, it has to be AI friendly because we're using AI to build this whole project. So we're going to be using Next.js and Tailwind for the front end. We're going to use Outscraper API to fetch businesses data, Node.js for the backend, ChatGPT and Cursor AI to help me move fast and not get stuck. Today I'm not going to be writing any real code, and we're just going to lay the foundation. So we have to, I'm going to write a game plan for today here. Simple, just in notes, because why not? Finalize the idea, which basically already done. We're going to find a name for the product. We are going to buy the domain once we know the name for the product. Then we need to set up a GitHub repo and folder structure, but I think AI will be fine with doing that. And finally, our last task for today is going to be deploying a skeleton landing page to Vercel for the web app. Okay, so I forgot to record the screen, but essentially we used ChatGPT to find a name. I liked, who's we, bro? You guys not doing shit. Lead export AI, but it's taken, and the person using it isn't even like, there's nothing on there. But we're gonna use AI lead export. It doesn't look as nice, but I don't care. We're gonna be their direct competitors, and we're gonna beat them. So I'm gonna buy that off camera later. And yeah, AI lead export. And our next job is to set up the GitHub repo. So let's do that while recording. I'm gonna get exposed. You're gonna see all my repositories. It's okay. New repository. We're gonna name it AI lead export. So this shitty cine weather has actually ruined the internet. Okay, but also I'm gonna show you how you can use ChatGPT to do this. So how should I set up the GitHub repo? Just ask it to tell you how to do everything. What? That's weird. Yeah, readme. I'm gonna add readme. We'll fix it up later. Yeah, I was gonna get bloody ChatGPT to do it anyways, but also I'm gonna show you how you can just use ChatGPT to do this. So how should I set up the GitHub repo? Just ask it, it'll tell you how to do everything. What? That doesn't yeah, readme. I'm gonna add readme. We'll fix it up later. Yeah, I was gonna get bloody ChatGPT to do it anyways, so we'll try later. License just not like it is like look at this default people use and create a repository. So let's I'll probably just do it right into this. First, it's really search on the and change the name because it's not really blocked. What else? That's all cool. I don't know your series. Well, I do that. Just want to quick AI. Yeah, export. Yep, cool. Give me that. Okay, cool. And we're going to cursor. We're going to have a repo. So I'm going to repo from GitHub. And so you're going to then you can do everything. Just like when we post this yourself. Oh, it's internet rev. There we go. I'm just going to follow this up now. And you're ready to do it. Okay, I'm going to face that. I'm going to stop. Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. Now we have cursor ready to go. So, okay, we're not going to do much on there now. First, we're going to deploy a skeleton landing page. So, here's how we do stuff. write me a prompt to give to Cursor AI to create the skeleton landing page considering the tech stack we are using. And now ChatGPT is going to generate a prompt, and we're going to just feed that prompt. Close this for now because we're on the last task. Feed that prompt into Cursor, and honestly, this has gotten so easy, because one of the most important things about using AI for building tools is you have to be good at prompting, and this like method is just insane, bro. Insane meta. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly go over what it actually wrote in the prompt. Just send it through. We're using agent. ChatGPT, I swear, every time I work on a project, it's always asking if I want it to pre-write code. Like, shut up, man. This is always trying to code, bro. You're not as good as Claude. I hope it's using Claude. It's on auto. See how long this takes. We're gonna see it might take a bit longer because of my trash internet, but so there's our index file. How's it got errors already? What's going on? Why haven't I done linter errors? Not finding React, modules are likely project setup, missing dependencies. Okay. Alright, that's cool. So, wait, but the dependencies? You don't have a thing for the dependencies? Alright, let's just let it finish. I think it might be tweaking. Let's go to ChatGPT. We haven't installed the dependencies yet. Is there anything else I need to do first to set up the GitHub repo? Bro, this thing is tweaking so hard. Oh, I didn't even initialize it. Well, there's our problem. Damn it, bro. Well, learn from my mistakes. I'm just gonna delete that, and we have to do this. So we're in the file, we just do git init, reinitialized. Bro, what do you mean it was already initialized? Anyways, we need to do this. Just do everything it says. Yep. Gonna install necessary dependencies. Why is this all red, bro? Contains files that could conflict. Either try using a new directory name or remove the files listed above. I swear it's not that deep. It's just a license and readme. Maybe it was the folder. Wow. Okay. Let's just try removing them and see what happens, because we can always bring it back. I think I should be fine with bringing the license back later. ESLint, sure, man. Yes, source directory. I like to use app router. But I don't know, which is why I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. What do I reply to? Would you like to use app router? Yes. Cheers, bro. Turbo pack. Oh, bro, my iPad's gonna die soon. I'm using it to record. Better hurry up. What about Turbo Pack? No. Would you like to customize the import alias? No. Alright, sick. It's doing its thing. And then after that, we just have to commit our changes and we should be good to go. Alright, finally finished creating the app, like initializing the project. I finally finished initializing the project, so I think we'll leave it here for today. Kind of teach our ass. Okay, so it took a while, because of my internet, but I finished initializing the project. So tomorrow I'm going to start building the product and potentially connecting it to the scraping API to see if we can pull some real leads into the app. And so if you want to follow this challenge or just learn how you can also make money using AI, make sure to subscribe. That's day 1 complete, 29 days to go.